Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Shine With Tish podcast. It is, oh my gosh, the weather has been so great here in the DMV. We're just celebrating. Spring officially starts next week, and we're excited about it. It's March 2024, March 20th. It is Wednesday evening, and I have my guest today, Miss Kiki. Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and listening audience?
Thank you. I want to start by saying thank you so much, Tish. It is
Of
truly a
course.
blessing to have crossed paths with you. On the day that you invited me to join your podcast, I was so overjoyed to be given the opportunity and privilege. My godfather, Fidelis, has always told me as a young woman, I'll be given many opportunities to share my
Yes.
story and inspire people on various platforms. So it's just such a blessing to be living out this prophecy in real time and having that experience with you. Um, Thank you so much, Tish. But my name is Kiki Nyoh. I'm originally from Maryland. I attended St. Bernadette's Catholic Grade School, where I graduated in 2017 and headed on to Bradley Boulevard, where I
Yes.
attended School of the Holy Child, where I
Yes.
was a theater kid and a club founder. I graduated in 2021, and now I sit on the Alumni Council.
That is Kiki. Girl, you kicked down the door in the opening. I love how you shouted out your uncle. That was so awesome. And I thank God for your uncle speaking great things into your future. And we're gonna get to what you did last summer. I'm just so excited, ignited, and delighted to have you. You are a force to be reckoned with, and you are in your 20s. I prayed and asked God, Lord, there are movers and shakers.
Yes.
I've spoken to individuals on the podcast this year in their 60s, in their 50s, in their 40s, in their 30s. But I'm like, I need a 20-something-year-old that's killing it, and you're killing it. So happy to have you, my friends. I'm so glad that we connected indeed on the boulevard. So my first question to you is, as I mentioned, I prayed and asked God to send me a young lady who is living her best life and would be confident to share this month as we celebrate International Women. Where are your ancestors from, and what university do you attend?
Well, thank you so much, Tish, again. I
Yes.
just want to acknowledge the first part of your question. It's such a blessing to have the opportunity to sit in this seat today, and I thank you for bringing me onto your platform. I'm excited for what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
Before coming today, I spent some time in meditation and prayer, thanking God for the opportunity and asking Him to give me the grace to go through this podcast with you tonight. So now on to your question. My family is originally from Cameroon, which is located in Central Africa. But I'm currently studying at Texas Christian University, which is located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Nice. We are celebrating international diversity, our equity, inclusion, community, belonging, and all that good stuff. And I learned an amazing fact from Cameroon.
Really?
Did you know? Yes. Did you know that Michael Jackson, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Did you know that was from Cameroon?
I had no idea, actually.
Yes.
Wow.
Michael Jackson, the king of pop, girl. Let me tell you about your ancestors and the amazing music that they create.
That's a huge deal. I mean, that's definitely
yes. He paid someone for that song from Cameroon.
Wow.
Yes, but doing my DEI work, I found that out. I was like, wow, that's so amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So amazing. And I do want to shout out, if I can have a little commercial here, Nagua's Boutique. Many people say, oh my gosh, Tish, where did you get that outfit? So the outfit that I was wearing when I met you last week, that outfit came from Nagua's Boutique. She's in Upper Marlboro
Oh,
and she's
wow.
from Cameroon.
Wow. It was beautiful. I loved it. I heard a lot of
Thank
people ask
you.
too, oh, I wonder where she gets all her outfits from.
Yeah, so majority of my outfits I get from Nagwa's Boutique in Upper Marlboro, and she's Cameroonian. So
Wow.
shout out to Cameroon.
Mhm.
Yes, lots of love. How do you like TCU?
I love it. I mean, I'm 1,000 miles plus away from home. It was definitely an adjustment coming here and the difference between like being in the Northeast versus coming down to Texas, but I've
Yes.
definitely gotten used to it and
Mhm.
I love it.
Yes, definitely the weather is so much nicer in
So nice.
Texas.
So nice. Such beautiful weather.
Yes, that's such a blessing. Like you don't have to really worry about coats down there.
No, no, and the people are happier here too because the weather is always nice. Puts everyone in mood.
Exactly, exactly. Can you remind me again of your classification? I think, are you a sophomore?
I am currently a junior at TCU.
A junior? Oh my gosh. Next year you're graduating. Oh my gosh,
Exciting.
let me not spoil. Let me stick on script. I'm too excited. I'm too excited. So, I understand you were shining bright this past summer and worked as an intern on Capitol Hill, girl. How was it? What did
I
you
loved it.
do? What was your most memorable moment? Let's talk about it.
Yes. Yeah, so this summer I was privileged to work for Congressman and Chairman Roger Williams, who was the chairman of the Small Business Committee.
Yeah.
I was privileged to actually work in his committee office, which is a very unique experience compared to the other internships on Capitol Hill, which are usually in the personal office, and the interns hold different duties.
Mhm.
Um, as an intern for the committee, I worked closely with the committee office clerk, Emma, who was so active in ensuring that the interns were growing throughout the program. I assisted office staff with day of hearing preparations, welcoming the witnesses on the day of the committee hearings. I attended a lot of briefings throughout the summer. I would say probably once or twice a week where I took notes for myself and other staff. While on the Hill, I was very blessed and favored to be able to meet many important figures in American politics, along with Hill staff who were just so willing to, sorry,
Mhm.
excuse me,
Uh-huh.
who were just so willing to teach me and lead me with such grace. One of my favorite moments on the Hill was getting the opportunity to sit in on committee markups,
Okay.
being able to see legislation come to life firsthand and all the hard work and hours that went into preparing for such difficult position that these congressmen and congresswomen and senators were in. I mean, it was just so life changing. I had such a different view on the way I saw politics and the way legislation was put into action. Um,
Yes.
Overall, my experience on Capitol Hill gave me very invaluable knowledge and skills that'll help me as I navigate my career path.
Absolutely. OMG. Talking about career path, do you foresee yourself? So I know that you're at TCU. I know you got the bomb internship that anyone could dream of. Do you foresee, and you're graduating next year, what are you majoring in? And what are you going to do when you graduate? Are you going to the Hill?
So, I'm currently majoring in journalism with a minor in political science on a pre-law track.
Nice.
Um, as of now, I would hope and I'm confident that I will secure a job somewhere in politics. I'm not sure if that's necessary Capitol Hill, maybe the White House, who knows? I'm not sure
Exactly.
whatever God has in store, but I hope to work in DC somewhere in politics and also pursue an education in law.
Nice, nice. You are well on your way. Well on your way. I'm sure those law schools are going to really love the internship opportunity that you had this past summer. And I mean, I can only imagine, were there any opportunities given for you, Miss Emma? You mentioned Miss Emma, for
Mhm.
you to maybe meet other fellow interns?
Yeah, so in my office, I worked alongside one intern.
Mhm.
The committee itself consisted of a couple, I would say maybe 10 or so. I'm not really too sure, but 10 congressmen and women who also had interns in their office. So on the day of hearings, we would all meet, work with each other. And then there were other various events that took place on Capitol Hill for interns to meet each other, which
Nice.
was always great to meet all the other people in different offices and hear about their experience and what they do every day in their office.
How important do you think internships are? I believe they're important. I'm sure you believe that they're important. But to that student that's listening, that's like, I want my summer maybe to just relax, have vacation, or I want my summer to go summer school. Maybe I can finish earlier. Can you stress why it's important to take advantage of those types of opportunities?
Yeah. So I think internships are very, very, very important and definitely pivotal to your career path.
Yes.
Especially because we're in college, we're busy, we're doing classes, we're learning all these things, but we don't actually know what we're going to do. We sign up to come and be what is a business major, political science major, whatever it be. What the knowledge that you're gaining in the classroom is definitely very important, but
Yeah.
there also comes a certain point where you need to apply that knowledge in the real world in a real work environment and work with other people to understand if that's really what you want to do. If you see yourself going into that after college, it's also a great opportunity to meet other people who can
Yes.
eventually become your mentors down
Yes.
along the line as you're navigating that route. So definitely I would say, I mean, even if it's just one summer, try to get that internship. It's very worth it. The experience, it's not only like, oh, I'm going to get an internship because I have to, it's on my resume. It's so fun. I mean, the experiences that you learn. One of my biggest skills that I picked up this summer was becoming a self starter. I
Yes.
mean, being in the classroom, you get a due date, a deadline for your assignments, you do it, it's like second nature at that point. But then when you go into the real world and you have a job, there's certain times where your boss will drop something on your desk that you have no idea about. You're not going to go back to your boss and say, "Oh, I don't know what that is. Can you help me?" So
That's
there
so
were times where it was like I had to go and do that research and sit down and take action. And even if there wasn't something that I was given to do that day, if it was a slow day in the office, I eventually learned that I need to be proactive and constantly even educating, learning, and shadowing staff in my office to gain that knowledge for myself.
That's so good that you learned that. Sometimes we're just so blessed, we get to suck up the experiences, but the fact that you're like, man, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this out.
Right.
I remember, oh my goodness, I was that student. Not that I didn't value internships, because I did have one the summer before with Marriott International, because I spent many years of my career in hospitality, human resources in the hospitality industry. And summer of 2002, I was like, man, I wanna go to summer school. And I ended up registering for summer school and turning down two internships. One was with Hershey Park, and the other was with Trump Hotels and Casino Resorts in Atlantic City. Can
Wow.
you believe? And
Wow.
so I started human resources as a work study student at Howard University in the employment office.
Okay.
So in HR, and they were like, Tish, we know that you really want to graduate on time or whatever, but these opportunities you're not going to get again. We recommend that you take an internship. So I turned down, I kept Hershey Park a no, and I went to Atlantic City, and I was able to be the HR intern, in Atlantic City. It was so amazing. Blessings to you. It was so awesome. I
Wow.
learned so much. And my roommate was from Penn State. We lived at the hotel for the summer. The Atlantic Ocean, the boardwalk were our backyard, networking with amazing people. So and then after I graduated, I got hired temporarily to be the HR administrator for the Trump Taj Mahal. So those opportunities can open up so many other opportunities. You can network. You never know when you're going to need to make that lifeline call, when you're going to need to get resources or recommendations, etc. So
Yeah.
we are definitely pushing and supporting internships today for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I had such a wonderful time. So blessed for that opportunity. Next question. What do you believe is the biggest inhibitor which prevents young ladies from putting themselves first and pursue their God given purpose and passions?
Yes. So there are several factors that can inhibit the young woman from putting themselves first and pursuing their God given passion, like societal expectations, gender stereotypes, family and cultural expectations, the lack of having role models around them, and even internalized beliefs that the girls are having about themselves that
Mhm.
sometimes tend to be negative. Um, all these different factors that go into that, it's very important to address them
Yeah.
because these inhibitors require a lot of multifaceted approach that includes challenging societal norms, going
Yes.
out of what everyone's telling you to do or what you think is right,
Yeah.
providing mentorship and support for young women, promoting positive representation of women from all walks of life, which fosters environments that encourage self-confidence and agency by empowering young women to prioritize their own passions and purpose. We can create a more inclusive and equitable environment for
Yes.
women where everyone is able to have access to these opportunities and fulfill their own potential. My mom has definitely been a driving factor in my journey to pursuing my passion and purpose. She is
Yeah.
one of my number one mentors. She has never given up on me and has demonstrated what it means to be a strong woman and
Yeah.
has taught me the importance of hard work and drive. I'm so blessed to have her in my life. I strongly believe she was an angel sent by God to help me navigate
Yes.
my life and achieve greatness. My mother is a role model of what it truly means to pursue that passion and purpose that God has set out for you.
Yeah.
Um, at the end of the day, all of these things can only be done by the help and grace of God. And I
Yeah.
would like to close this question by sharing a verse which is from Proverbs 3 verse 5 through
Yes.
it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean
Yes.
not on your understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he
Yeah.
will make your path straight." So to
Yes.
me, I see this as do not allow yourself to be a victim to the fear of failure or judgment. Be yourself unapologetically and let the world hear the rivers that are flowing from your belly because you never know where that'll get you at the end of the day. We all have a bright, bright light that God has put in us, and it wasn't to hide and keep in darkness, but to shed out to the entire world.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Kiki. That is the scripture that I love to trust. You
Yeah,
don't see, you just trust.
yeah.
And then you ended with the verse that God gave me to that I founded the Shine Institute and Shine with Tish. It's Matthew 5:16. So let your light so shine before men. Let it shine. I would love to meet your mom one day. She sounds like a phenomenal woman.
It's incredible.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I want to meet her. I'm just like, that sounds so good. I pray one day to have a mini me, or a mini son,
Right,
just to pour in to the next generation, to
right,
set them up for success is
right.
such a blessing, such an honor, and indeed a privilege. You have been blessed with an amazing mom. You have been blessed. Tell her that she got a shout out from Tish. That's so, so
Yes,
great.
she's definitely gonna be watching.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. That was so good. I mean, I will, as I get more information, I will share. I'm not going to let the cat out the back, but I
Okay,
was nominated for a couple awards this week. And so we'll see. But one of the questions that I answered was talking about mentorship. That was one set of questions. And then the second set of questions were talking about things that I experienced in my career. And can you believe I was body shamed because I'm so skinny? Yeah, I was body shamed. Just, there were some untruths told. And just, I mean, I am young. I am
Yeah.
young. I did graduate in 2003. I am 43, and I know I look really younger, but there should be equity and fair treatment for everyone. Doesn't matter how you look, how old you are, what body type you are, what, ethnic background, where you're from. So
Right.
just being able to articulate, I think shout out to Damian Cooper, who made a recommendation on my LinkedIn. I am determined. I am determined. I am that person
Yes.
that will persevere. I'm going to press forward towards the mark. I'm
Yeah.
not going to stop. I'm going to keep on keeping on. And
Right.
if he brings it to me, he's going to get it. He's going to help me get it through. So I've never cowered down. I've never bowed down unless we're praying, but I always continue to push forward in the midst of adversity. I am petite, I am thin, and I've learned to love my body just the way that it is.
You are
Um,
beautiful and
Thank
strong.
you. Thank you. And that's it. You know, my heart is strong. I think I have the heart of a lion. In the midst of adversity, I'm going to believe, I'm going to persevere, and I'm going to let it shine. So kudos to your mom for being that type of woman to just make sure she sets you up for success. Make sure that, maybe I may have her in the second half of the year. Maybe I'll interview her.
Maybe you will.
Yes, that'll be so awesome. Oh my gosh, you answered that question so awesome in terms of just how there are some stereotypes, some expectations that society, pop culture may put on us, but we just need to be who we've been called to be and keep on moving. And so, question number 6, I love question number 6. We are going to ask, what was the most significant turning point in your life?
Yes. For me, I strongly believe that finding God for myself has been a significant turning point in my life. Understanding why it is that I want to follow Jesus on my own and
Yeah,
choosing to be a woman after God's heart has been very pivotal
yeah,
in my journey of life. Not deciding that I'm going to go to church every day, every Sunday because my mom told me to,
yeah,
or aunt told me to, or the pastor called me to come to church, but why I genuinely want that walk with Christ.
yes,
Um, Acknowledging that there is a power bigger than me, that is the force behind my life, that has been a powerful revelation to have in my young years so far. I have
mhm,
seen the move of God in my life and in the life of those around me, and it has drawn me closer and closer to him every day. Putting God first in all that I do has definitely solidified my purpose in life and the passions that I have. um the journey in finding God has not always been super easy. It wasn't a bed of roses. I've been put to the test and faced many challenges. And by the grace of God, I came out on the other side stronger.
yeah.
My journey with God and intentionality of my relationship with Him has single handedly set me apart from my peers. And I've seen
Woo!
different aspects of my life through my academics and my internship and my
Yeah,
social life. Just waking up every day and knowing that I can do all things through the good Lord, who is
yeah,
my strength, gives me the energy to go through life every day with a positive look.
yeah,
God has put his outpouring love in my heart, and every day I work towards pouring back that love into those around me in hopes to leave an impact and succeed in all that I do and everything that I touch.
girl. Kiki, I don't know. I'm like that uncle, girl. I don't know what you are about to be. Definitely, you're going to be a lawyer, but I can so see you. I can see you having your own show. I can, in terms of you, I think there's, and I am so I am so not keeping up with TV. I don't really watch TV, but I know that there's one young lady, I think her name starts with a S. She came in through Kamala's. She has really short hair, really pretty lady. I think she has a soul and she keeps up and she talks to. I could see you doing something on Capitol Hill, you interviewing people. Like I can see you doing it, Kiki. You
I
have
would
such
love to have a talk show. That's actually always been one of the things that I'm hoping for by the end of my life, that I'm privileged to be able to host
yeah.
my own talk show.
Yes, and Kiki, you can start. I mean, you can start. I speak that for you. Let's touch and agree on that. I can so see that happening. And just whether it's in the political arena, whether it is for women or girls, or having anything to do with letting others know about different cultures and just how beautiful and colorful and flavorful the world can be. There's just so much. You have definitely found favor. You speak so eloquently.
Thank you.
You have a way with words. So I definitely see how you chose your major for sure. All right. So, question 7. How do you handle challenging situations and to turn them around for positivity?
Yes. So whenever I find myself in challenging situations, which I've had many of them, especially being a college student as a junior, getting stressed, getting ready to wrap up my college career. I have found myself in these situations. And firstly, I turn to God for his
Yeah,
guidance and grace to overcome
absolutely.
it, because I can't do it on my own. There's certain things your parents can't do for you, your friends can do for you, only
Right.
God can do.
Yes.
Um, so then I also find myself taking a step back and objectively assessing the situation, which helps me in finding clarity of what's going on in the other side and what it is that I did or could have done better.
Mhm.
Um, though it is challenging, I try to maintain a positive mindset. And over the years, I have learned the importance of leaning on your support system for advice and comfort, whether that be your mother, your professor, your father, a grandparent, a godparent, whoever it is. It's very important to acknowledge and find those people in your lives who are going to be a force behind you. They will
Mhm.
always be there, and that is very important to your journey.
Mhm.
Um, and instead of dwelling on the problem, you must maintain a mindset of it's time to get up. It's time to start moving and put
Yes.
energy into finding solutions. You can't stay there all day. You can't be the
Yes.
victim. Do not allow yourself to be a victim. It's a
Yes.
part of life. The rain will come and the storms will come, but you have to remember they can't shake you, because the sun always comes up again. It doesn't always stay down. Um,
Yes.
at the end of the day, by following these steps and adopting a positive, proactive mindset, you can effectively handle challenging situations and turn them into opportunities for growth. Learning new things about yourself, what you're not that good at, you can start to learn how to be better at it. Or
Yes.
maybe it's not that. Maybe you pick up another skill that helps cover that one. Um,
Yes.
you must trust that in your life, out of the mess, God brings a message.
Oh, yes.
Yes, there's a testimony, and out of the trial, there's triumph. And out of a victim, there's a victor.
Yes. My goodness. You are dropping the mic, Kiki. Out of mess, there is a message. Out of trial, there's a triumph. Give me the other two.
And then out of a victim is a victor. Out of a
Victim.
test, there's a testimony.
Testimony. Absolute. I'm telling you. Absolutely everything. I was speaking with a friend during lunch, and just talking about not wanting to do a certain thing, but recognizing as we enter and approach at the end of this month, the Easter season, Christ didn't want to go to the cross. He was like, Lord, not my will, your will. But he still did it, even though he knew it was going to be painful. Moses didn't want to speak to Pharaoh, but he still did it because he loved God and he was obedient to him. Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh. Esther didn't want to go to the king, but they still did it. Scared, they did it hard. They still did it. And they became a part of the Hall of Fame. I love it. Triumph. Those are my words. Triumph, victory, testimony, message. Loving it. Oh my. I love how you prepared for today's interview.
Thank you.
So, you've already shared your plans for graduation are to get accepted to a law school, to continue to pursue and be on Capitol Hill, be in DC, do your political science. So, I want to thank you for representing yourself so well. You're representing your mom, your uncle, your family. To those high schoolers and fellow college students who may be listening or watching, what words of encouragement do you have so that that college student or high schooler will be inspired to shine bright fearlessly?
Believe in yourself, because not many people believe in you. You're the only person that's guaranteed to believe in your capability.
Yeah.
Within you, your unique talents, strengths, and potential waiting to be unleashed. No one
Yes.
else can bring that out but you, and you can only do that with that belief that you have inside of you.
Yeah.
Embrace what makes you different and special, because not everyone has it. There's not two of you, there's one of you.
Woo! Yes.
Don't be afraid to stand out and shine brightly. Like Tish always says,
Yes.
that's her motto. Um,
Yes.
your uniqueness is your greatest asset and has the power to inspire others around you. Your story may be a story that another little girl out there is looking to hear, or she doesn't have anyone at home who's helping her and guiding her in her path. But just by seeing what you're doing or hearing your story, you don't know the change and impact that you can leave on that little girl. And
Yes.
always make sure to make the little Kiki, the little whoever you are on the other side of the screen, smile and be proud and happy.
Yes. Yes.
Whether it's pursuing your passion, excelling academically, or making a difference in your community, set goals that challenge and motivate you to reach new heights. You can't always remain at the same level. You have to keep climbing that ladder. You can
Yes.
do it. Know that challenges and setbacks are a natural part of life's journey. Instead of letting them discourage you, let them fuel your determination and resilience.
Yes.
And then you have to be open to new experiences, opportunities and learning opportunities that may come your way. Step out of your comfort zone, embrace growth. Please embrace growth, because
Yes.
growth comes a lot of gifts, a lot of talents that you never even knew were inside of you.
Yes.
Surround yourself with people who believe in you, support you, and lift you up.
Yes.
Seek out mentors, friends, and allies who encourage you to be your best self and who celebrate your success with you. One of those for me is my mom. She's always been a force behind me to be reckoned with. We might get into disagreements, but she's always there pushing behind me. And I know at the end of the day, it's all for the good of my future.
That's
And then
right.
another person that I mentioned is my godfather, Fidelis, who has always been so good with helping me in my spiritual journey, guiding me. He's been awesome. And his wife, who has just been such a part of my growth into becoming a young woman. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, so stay true to yourself. Stay true to your values, most importantly, your passions and aspirations. Don't let others' opinions or societal expectations dictate who you are or what you should pursue. That's a huge one.
Huge.
Especially as a student, even if you're not in the classroom, if you're in the workplace, I know I'm speaking from my experience being a college student. I had a teacher sophomore year who gave me a little bit of a hard time. She pushed me
Mm.
a lot. There were definitely some moments that I had with this professor that made me doubt my ability. There were
Wow.
times that I would sit and think, maybe it's not journalism I'm meant to do. I don't think I'm capable of really giving back into the community because I lack certain things. But
Mhm.
no, you at a young age, we don't have everything. That's what life is for. You grow,
Yeah.
you have new experiences, you meet
Yeah.
people, and then you're able to pour that back into society the way others are pouring it back into you. So
Yes.
yes, definitely stay true to yourself. You need to trust your instincts and follow your heart, knowing that staying true to yourself is the key to living a fulfilling and authentic life. Um,
Yes.
and lastly, I want you to remember that you have the power to shine fearlessly and make a difference in the world. Believe in yourself, embrace your uniqueness, and pursue your dreams with passion and determination. The world is waiting for us to unleash our brilliance.
Yes, release it, Kiki. You slayed and shine, beautiful girl. You slayed, you crushed this interview. I am so proud of you. So very proud of you. Now is the time to tell individuals, do you have a LinkedIn profile? How can they connect with you? If there's someone watching this in my network who may have an amazing summer internship for you for summer 2024, how can how can they connect with you?
So a good point of contact would be my email. Do you want me to say that out loud, or
Sure, yeah.
My email is Kiki Nyoh, KIKINYOH 2002@gmail.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn with my first and last name, Kiki Nyoh. I'm also on social media with the same handle, Kiki Nyoh. And I would love to connect with anyone who.
Yes. Kiki, it has been a joy, an honor, and a privilege to have crossed your path. This is the beginning of so much more. Before 2024 is over, we're going to have Kiki's mother on the show, just talking about her beautiful life. She's done a great thing pouring into you. You are beautiful. Texas Christian University it's a oh my gosh, an honor for them to have you there on campus. So proud of you. Thank you so much for your time, audience. It's been a wonderful time. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, keep shining. Toodles.
Thank you.